So before this video kicks off, I want to give you some hard numbers. 42% of our returning viewers every single day, every single month are not subscribed to the channel. Now, I'm going to ask you a massive, huge favor. Please subscribe to us. This will drive us out within the YouTube algorithm. You're going to see us more into the homepage, and it will also allow us to make super cool videos like this, even better, develop even better products. So do me a huge solid, invade the subscribe button as fast as you can down below. This will really give us a hand. And now let's get back into the video. So we're just around the corner from the spring cleaning season, and that means we're going to be doing some heavy decons to get rid of the winter life. We're then going to start reapplying some series protection again for the spring and summer life. Now, this video is going to be a showcase and a slight kind of walkthrough and the methodology as to why, how, and when do you apply our ceramic spray sealant. So I'm going to give you some cold hard facts, and you know what? I'm not even afraid to say it. A lot of people out there are like, oh, let's all be careful, and we've got to always say that this product lasts 52 million miles because otherwise it's not going to be bought. What we've done is we've flipped the whole spray sealant technology on its head, and we've changed the whole way you view things, in our opinions anyway, because you probably watched the Wash and Chat and you've seen me rant on about, you know, durability testing and all that type of things. You should never, as a car care enthusiast, even as a service provider, you should be getting into the paint, protecting it, and then even before it runs out, you should be getting back into the paint, feeding it, reprotecting it, and keeping that cycle and the groovy train kind of rolling, because that's the whole point of a car, to keep it protected all the times, not just on month 3, 6, 9, 12, right? What is the point? So what we did, our ceramic spray sealant, is it the most durable ceramic spray sealant in the world? Nope. Is it the hardest spray sealant to apply? Nope. But is it the glossiest spray sealant you'll ever use? Yes. Is it the slickest? Yes. Is it going to give you the most hydrophobics at the durability level that it carries? Absolutely. And the beautiful thing is, it has an absolutely wonderful darkening effect. So basically, the clarity in the paint, especially during, you know, the golden hours when that sun's either just rising or just setting, your car just changes, you know, the visuals. It's almost like a mirage into the paint. So the beauty of this spray sealant as well is it can actually work on top of other products tested. It works on top of other substrates, so the final materials also tested. So for example, it'll work on paint, it'll work on wheels, both matte and gloss. It'll also work on PPF. Now this car is due a top up. Now, this is what the car has, and this is how obscene I am when I tell you, you need to obviously protect your protection, okay? So, custom £7,000 paint work in here. We then paint corrected it, as you've seen. We've then wrapped it with PPF, and then we've, on top of that, we put our pre-production coating, which will be launching in the very near future. So the paint is absolutely bulletproof, and I literally mean bulletproof, from actual projectiles and from contaminants and everything in between. So on this specific wash, this is why I'm doing this specific video, I like to do my top-ups of the ceramic spray sealant every 2 to 3 months. Now that depends whether the 3-month marker is probably within the warmer seasons, and every 2 months during when I drive this in the salt, because again, it's more corrosive and it's more aggressive. So this car was driven, as it always is. It was washed and it was blown dried this time with no drying it. So I blew it dry, whatever water was left, I just dried it organically with my drying and drying air towels. Now, right now, as you see this car has got beautiful paint, beautiful PPF, beautiful coating, but you can just feel it. It's due that little bit of a boost in slickness, boost in clarity, and this is exactly what we're going to do. So, as always, especially with silicate products, right, you want to give it a good shake. Some things are lighter, some things are heavier, so they're obviously naturally going to go by the laws of physics and sink and rise to the top. So it has been sprayed very well, or shaken very well. Now this is the beauty and also a slight misconception of people what they kind of do in terms of spray sealants. Now, people seem to think that if you put 10 sprays onto a door panel, you're going to get 10 times the protection. Absolutely false. Let me show you this example that most men and women may understand. One spray, okay? That is what is enough per panel. Now, if I was to put another spray on top of the base spray, it's not actually touching the paint. It's actually touching the product itself. So you're actually wasting product. So, as I said, one spray. And all you want to do is your first towel is your application towel. Now, once again, this is the beauty of a product like this. And I know this is a dark color car in a very, very well lit room, so you might not see it, but it's already starting to gas off and evaporate itself. Now, this second towel, again, any of the beautiful products, as I call them, the sexy products, which are basically the gloss enhancers and the protective products, you always want to be using a minimum of 2 towels, okay? Because if you, on the first go, you may get away with flipping the towel, but eventually you're going to get the wet side start soaking into the dry side and you're literally reapplying the product. So this towel is always guaranteed to be the dry towel. And look, oh my God, the slickness is just too good. Now, if you can see what I'm doing, I'm not in here rubbing the living daylights out of the paint. Because why? Because this is an easy product to use. You don't have to use a damp towel 52 times over and then use 43 dry towels to then level it, because what is the point in that? Your user experience is absolutely, you know, tanked at that point, and you lose the will to live, to actually protect your car. Hence why a lot of people don't protect the car, because it's just sometimes too hard. So look, see, boom, boom, buff, and that is done. Now, there's actually a secondary way of applying our spray sealant. I know that there's a few people out there, okay, a certain percentage of the population within this world, that like to get hands-on into the car and they like to get into the nitty-gritty. So, for the people who own this, you know that this is a beautiful applicator. It is basically, in fact, it's as if I've done this on purpose. I actually haven't. It's actually our final wipe towel. Now, a lot of people have got this towel, and you know just how gorgeous it is, okay? It's our final wipe fibers wrapped around probably the softest foam on the planet. Look, it's gone, okay? So we've actually took this, wrapped it around. Now, the beauty of this is you could use it on wax, on spray sealants, etc., okay? So, again, same method applies. You want to be doing one spray a panel, maximum. Half a spray sometimes is even better. So again, one spray. Now, if you do want to be doing it this way, look, you could see that haze building, right? Personally, this method is a bit more controlled around tight areas, or if you want to be kind of making sure, if you want to like kind of cross hatch it and do this, that, I mean, that is completely up to you. And then again, you take your dry towel. That method never stops. And look at that. Oh. There's just no work required. It's just too easy. And obviously the slickness begins to build. Now, the same technology that is in our detail spray, the same that is in our ceramic spray sealant, and is the same that is in our Foam Plus. The raw materials that we use are not your sacrificial products that just sit on the paint and then sit on the paint and then sit on the paint. Can you see the example that I gave you there? I have now got 3 layers that are basically on top of each other. Eventually they're going to start to gunk up either the clear coat, the PPF, all those types of things. Instead, our technology, it actually, I can't deal with the towels because it's going to look like I'm, you know, killing someone, but it cross-links with the actual clear coat. So what that basically means is you've got an unlimited layer kind of opportunity there. If you really want to do 682 layers of this, then you can. If you want to do one every couple of weeks, you can. So you're never going to see, and this is probably the perfect color card I was showing it, because you would see your traditional, you know, clumps of like white all over the paint eventually. See, like that, slick, all over the paint. And you're like, what is actually happening? You're actually overloading the paint. You're putting too much makeup on, and eventually you start looking like a clown. Girls, take notice, please. Not less is more. And that is the beauty of it. All the 3 final paint ready products that we have within the actual complete inorganic system, which is ceramic, detail spray and the foam plus, those three products all cross-link with each other at different strength levels, of course, and at different chemistry levels. However, you could literally start laying it on top of each other in that reverse pyramid and it's going to work beautifully. And here comes probably one of the neatest examples that you could do. So usually spray sealants do not play well with glass or PPF. Now on here, I've got both. I have got glass that is then wrapped over the top with PPF. Now PPF in general is a very strange material and a lot of products don't kind of cross-link with it correctly. Now, as you know, this car, I've already explained to you, is hyper protected. I can put water on any part of this car right now and you will see probably some of the most aggressive hydrophobics in the world. Now on the actual glass itself, as I said, PPF, and then on top of the PPF, in this case, I've got Glass Plus. Now when you're drying the car, rather than reapplying Glass Plus prematurely, so imagine you're in week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the Glass Plus is already still on the glass, it's playing well. Now what you want to do is, if your car's inorganically dried, in terms of you've got no drying heads or nothing, I like to do this at my top up car specialist kind of times. So again, I will do a little bit of a spray and you will see yourself, I'm under some very unforgiving lights. You will see, look, wipe on, just look how it starts to edge off already. And wipe off. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting actually a silicate on top of a Glass Plus product, which is a non-ceramic product. So I'm actually putting two different technologies on top of each other. Now, again, I just want to show you the example, right? You've seen what a dry towel can do on glass. Boom. Now watch this side. See that? There's a huge difference in slickness levels. Now, I'm not doing a 50-50 unprotected versus protected. You know that the whole windscreen is protected, but to see how quickly that slides off compared to the other side, it just kind of shows you some of the heaviest protection products. Yes, they may protect. Glass Plus is an absolute king in the non-ceramic kind of window treatment market space, but eventually, even though the protection's still there, they become a bit tacky, as in they become sticky. The hydrophobics will obviously never go until they die, but what you want to be doing is you want to be putting a top layer on for it to start to slide off, and this is now where you're starting to feed protection on top of protection. And that, my friends, is exactly how you use our spray sealant. Different applications, same product. Some of you, I know, use it as a neat drying aid on your wheels every single wash. Some of you use it out of 50-50 mix, so 500 ml of ceramic spray sealant to 500 ml of water into a liter of kind of container spray bottle as a protective drying aid every 2 to 4 weeks. And some of you, of course, use it neat on the paint like obviously you've just seen. Now, my recommendations are recommendations. Like I always try and educate you guys through the videos. Everything that I say to you is a safe bet and it comes from the heart. I don't give you no stupid instructions with 57 damp wet cloths to get a result that you can achieve with 2 on a spray and wipe application, okay? And again, this product has a lot of gloss, a lot of slickness, a lot of darkening effects that actually brings your car to life, or your bike, whatever the hell you're protecting. But the most important thing, your user experience, is at number 1, again. Now, to get the maximum user experience, of course, on purpose, we have dropped the durability. I am telling you up front. I'm never saying to you, oh, you've applied this wrong, so it must be your fault. No, I'm telling you up front that this spray sealant will need to be applied a little bit more often, but it gives you a better candy-like gloss. So what would you rather do? Spend 3.5 minutes reapplying it to get the best gloss in the world, or spend 4.2 hours applying it with wet rags everywhere to get an extra 4 to 6 weeks protection? I'll let you answer that one because I know my answer. But I've showed you a quick demo on a dark car under probably the most unforgiving lights you can ever get. and you've seen exactly how easy it is to apply. Again, please tell me what you think about the video. Have you found it helpful? Do you want to see more kind of different applications or under different products? Again, some of you would have probably stumbled across my channel on this first video, so again, welcome. How you all doing? And the most important thing for the whole spectrum of our viewers, I hope you found this enjoyable, okay? And as always, I will see you very soon on the next one. Thanks, guys.